Let's continue the class about vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin and it was first isolated by Angus in 1931, who named it as calciferol. Okay, now let's discuss about chemistry of calciferol. Okay, here cholecalciferol, this is the structure of cholecalciferol. Here this is the methyl group present. Okay, D3, this is the vitamin D3. Cholecalciferol is vitamin D3, calciol అని కూడా అంటాము. ఇక్కడ ఎర్కోకాల్సిఫెరాల్ is formed from ergosterol. ఓకే, ఎర్కోకాల్సిఫెరాల్ అనేది ఫామ్ అవుతుందండి ఈ ఎర్కోస్టిరాల్ సన్లైట్ ప్రెజెన్స్లో. See, this is the ergocalciferol. This both ergosterol and ergocalciferol are similar in structure, except the ergocalciferol has an additional group known as methyl group and a double bond. Okay, and see, this is the double bond and methyl group is present. Okay, cholecalciferol is found in animals. That is the vitamin D3. This ergocalciferol is vitamin D2. Okay, ergocalciferol and cholecalciferol are sources of vitamin D activity and are referred to as provitamins. Okay, ergocalciferol, cholecalciferol are provitamins. Okay, during the course of cholesterol biosynthesis, 7-dehydrocholesterol is formed as an intermediate. Okay, 7-dehydrocholesterol అనేది ఒక ఇంటర్మీడియట్ కింద ఫామ్ అవుతుంది కెమిస్ట్రీలో. Okay, on exposure to sunlight, 7-dehydrocholesterol is converted to cholecalciferol in the skin, dermis and epidermis. Okay, vitamin D is regarded as sunshine vitamin. Okay, vitamin D is regarded as sunshine vitamin. Synthesis of vitamin D3 in the skin is proportional to the exposure to sunlight. Dark skin pigment melanin adversely influences the synthesis of cholecalciferol. Okay, absorption and transport and storage question చూసుకుంటే vitamin D is absorbed in small intestine. Wait, I will show in this diagram. Vitamin D is absorbed in small intestine, for which bile is essential. Through lymph, vitamin D enters the circulation bound to plasma globulin. Okay, vitamin bound to plasma globulin, alpha 2 globulin, and is distributed throughout the body. Liver and other tissues store small amounts of vitamin D. Okay, next coming to the point, dietary sources. Good sources of vitamin D include fatty fish, fish liver oils, egg yolk, etc. Milk is not a good source of vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D can be provided to the body in 3 ways. Vitamin D అనేది మన బాడీకి 3 waysలో వస్తుందన్నమాట. Exposure of skin to sunlight for synthesis of vitamin D, this is the main important thing, and consumption of natural foods by irradiating foods like yeast that contain precursors of vitamin D, and fortification of foods like butter, milk, etc. Okay, let's discuss about biochemical functions. Okay, vitamin D2 and D3 are as such are not biologically active. They are metabolized identically in the body and converted to active forms of vitamin D. Okay, the metabolism and biochemical functions of vitamin D are: calcitriol regulates the plasma levels of calcium and phosphates. Okay, it regulates the calcium levels of phosphate. Okay, calcium and phosphate levels, plasma levels of calcium and phosphate. Okay, see, again I will say calcitriol regulates the plasma levels of calcium and phosphate. Next, coming to the point, calcitriol is the biologically active form of vitamin D, as earlier we discussed. Calcitriol acts at 3 different levels. Okay, in ఎక్కడెక్కడ అంటే intestine లోను, bone లోను, kidney లోను, to maintain plasma calcium. Okay, normal 9 to 11 mg per dl. Okay, next coming to the point, Action of calcitriol on the intestine. Action of calcitriol. Calcitriol increases the intestinal absorption of calcium, okay, and phosphate. In the intestinal cells, calcitriol binds with a cytosolic receptor to form a calcitriol receptor complex. Okay. Calcitriol అనేది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే increases the intestinal absorption of calcium and phosphate. It increases the intestinal absorption of calcium and phosphate. In the intestinal cells, calcitriol binds with a cytosolic receptor to form calcitriol receptor complex. Okay, it forms calcitriol receptor complex. This complex then approaches the nucleus and interacts with the specific DNA, leading to the synthesis of specific calcium binding protein. Okay, this protein increases the calcium uptake by the intestine. The mechanism of action of calcitriol on the target tissue is similar to the target tissue means nothing but intestine. Okay, is similar to the action of the steroid hormone. See here, this is the structure. ఏమవుతుందంటే calcitriol increases the intestinal absorption of calcium and phosphate. Okay, in the intestinal cells, calcitriol binds with cytosolic receptor form to form calcitriol receptor complex. Okay, this is the calcitriol receptor complex. This complex then approaches the nucleus and interacts with a specific DNA. This calcitriol receptor complex then approaches the nucleus and then interacts with a DNA, leading to the synthesis of a specific calcium binding protein. Okay, this leads to the synthesis of specific calcium binding protein. This protein increases the calcium uptake by intestine. The mechanism of action of calcitriol on the target tissue is similar to the action of steroid hormones. Okay. Next, coming to the point, action of calcitriol in bone, on the bone. Okay. In the bone, osteoblasts of bone, calcitriol stimulates calcium uptake for deposition as calcium phosphate. Bone లోకి వచ్చినప్పటికీ calcitriol అనేది stimulates the calcium uptake అనేది stimulate అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. For what purpose means for the deposition of calcium phosphate. Okay, next coming to the point, does calcitriol is essential for bone formation. The bone is an important reservoir of calcium and phosphate. Bone అనేది ఒక important reservoir for what means calcium ki phosphate ki, it's an important reservoir. Okay, calcitriol along with parathyroid hormone increases the mobilization of calcium and phosphate from the bone. Okay, this causes elevation in the plasma calcium and phosphate levels. Action of calcitriol on the kidney. Okay, next coming to the point, action of calcitriol on the kidney. Calcitriol is also involved in minimizing the excretion of calcium and phosphate. It also involved in minimizing the excretion of calcium and phosphate through the kidney by decreasing their excretion and enhancing reabsorption. By decreasing the excretion and enhancing the reabsorption. Okay, see the sequence of events that takes place in response of low plasma calcium concentration and the action of calcitriol on intestine, kidney and bone, ultimately leading to the increase in plasma calcium. Okay, here 24 and 25 dihydroxycalciferol, cholecalciferol is another metabolite of vitamin D. It's another metabolite of vitamin D. Okay. It is also synthesized in the kidney by 24-hydroxylase. Okay, it is also synthesized in the kidney by 24-hydroxylase anamata. Okay, 24-hydroxylase an enzyme presence lo ఇది కిడ్నీలోకి సింథసైజ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, the exact function of 24-25 dihydrocholecalciferol is not known. Okay, it's the exact function of 24-25 dihydrocholecalciferol function అనేది not known. It is believed that when calcitriol concentration is adequate, ఇది ఎక్కడ ఫంక్షన్ చేస్తుందని అనుకుంటారంటే ఎక్కువ calcitriol concentration అనేది adequate గా ఉన్నప్పుడు. 24-hydroxylase acts leading to the synthesis of a less important compound 24-25 cholecalciferol. Okay, in this way, to maintain the homeostasis of calcium, synthesis of 24-25 dihydrocholecalciferol is also important. Okay, this is the overview of biochemical functions of vitamin D. Okay, next coming to the point, action of calcitriol is elevating ప్లాస్మా కాల్షియం. ఓకే, ప్లాస్మా కాల్షియం డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది, అప్పుడు పారాథైరాయిడ్ హార్మోన్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. మనం ఇందాక డిస్కషన్లో చెప్పాను కదండి. అప్పుడు ఈ పారాథైరాయిడ్ హార్మోన్ అనేది బోన్ కాల్షియం మొబిలైజేషన్ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది, క్యాల్సిట్రయోల్ కూడా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఇంటెస్టైనల్ క్యాల్సిట్రయోల్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందంటే బోన్ కాల్షియం మొబిలైజేషన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది, ఇంటెస్టైనల్ కాల్షియం అబ్జార్ప్షన్ అనేది కూడా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది, అప్పుడు రీనల్ కాల్షియం అబ్జార్ప్షన్ అనేది కూడా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఈ నాలుగు ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వటం వలన ప్లాస్మా కాల్షియం అనేది కూడా ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుందండి. ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఓవర్వ్యూ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్ ఆఫ్ calcitriol in elevating plasma calcium. Okay, next coming to the point, deficiency disorders. Okay, vitamin D deficiency is relatively less common since the vitamin can be synthesized in the body. However, insufficient exposure to sunlight and consumption of diet lacking vitamin D results in its deficiency. Okay, it lacks the vitamin D deficiency, results in its deficiency. Okay, due to lack of vitamin D. Why? Because means it's due to insufficient exposure to sunlight. Okay, vitamin D deficiency occurs in strict vegetarians. Vitamin D deficiency mostly seen in vegetarians. Okay, chronic alcoholics, ఎవరైతే ఆల్కహాల్కి డిపెండ్ అయిపోతారో, అడిక్ట్ అయిపోతారో వాళ్ళలోనూ ఈ విటమిన్ డి డెఫిషియన్సీ అనేది ఎక్కువగా చూస్తాం. ఇండివిజువల్స్ విత్ లివర్ అండ్ కిడ్నీ డిసీజెస్ ఆర్ ఫ్యాట్ మాల్ అబ్సార్ప్షన్లో సిండ్రమ్స్లో కూడా వస్తాయి అన్నమాట. ఇన్ సమ్ పీపుల్ హూ కవర్ ద ఎంటైర్ బాడీ పుత్త, ఓకే, ఫర్ రిలీజియస్ కస్టమ్స్ విటమిన్ డి డెఫిషియన్సీ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో అబ్జర్వ్. ఇప్పుడు ఈ ముస్లిమ్స్ కానీ ఎవరైనా ఎవరికి వాళ్ళ కస్టమ్స్ ఉంటాయి కదండి, రిలీజియస్ కస్టమ్స్ వల్ల వాళ్ళు పుద్దాలు వేసేసుకుంటారు, లేదంటే స్కార్ఫ్స్ కప్పేసుకుంటున్నారు. ఇప్పుడు బాడీ అనేది సన్కి ఎక్స్పోజ్ అవ్వకుండా మొత్తం కవర్ చేసుకుంటున్నారు, వాళ్ళలో కూడా ఈ విటమిన్ డి డెఫిషియన్సీ అనేది ఎక్కువగా చూస్తాము. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ కమింగ్ టు ద పాయింట్, విటమిన్ డి డెఫిషియన్సీ ఇఫ్ ద రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ మెట్ త్రూ ద డైట్. ఓకే, where if the vitamin D deficiency is also observed, then a requirement anedi not met through the diet. Okay, deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets in children and osteomalacia in adults. Rickets is derived from an old English word known as ricken, meaning to twist. Okay, osteomalacia is derived from Greek, that is osteon means bone, malakia means softness of bone. Okay, vitamin D is often called as anti-ractic vitamin అని కూడా అన్నారు. Okay, here rickets in children is characterized by bone deformities due to incomplete mineralization. Due to the lack of minerals, incomplete mineralization వలన ఈ rickets అనేది చిల్డ్రన్లో ఎక్కువ చూస్తాం. దట్ మీన్స్ బోన్ డిఫార్మిటీస్. ఓకే, రిజల్ట్ ఇన్ సాఫ్ట్ అండ్ ప్లేయబుల్ బోన్స్, అంటే ఆస్టియోమలెక్జియా అంటే సాఫ్ట్గా ఉంటుంది బోన్ అనేది, ప్లయబుల్ బోన్స్ అండ్ డిలే ఇన్ టీత్ ఫార్మేషన్ అనేది లేట్ అవుతుంది అనమాట కిడ్స్లో. ద వెయిట్ బేరింగ్ బోన్స్ ఆర్ బెండ్ టు ఫార్మ్ బో లెగ్స్. బోన్స్ అనేవి వెయిట్ బేర్ చేయలేక అవి ఎలాగ అయిపోతాయి అంటే బెంట్ అయిపోతాయి, బో లెగ్స్ కింద ఫార్మ్ అవుతాయి. ఇన్ రికెట్స్ ద ప్లాస్మా లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ క్యాల్సిట్రయోల్ ఈజ్ డిక్రీస్డ్. రికెట్స్లో ప్లాస్మా లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ క్యాల్సిట్రయోల్ అనేది రెడ్యూస్ అయిపోతుంది. ఆల్కలైన్ ఫాస్ఫేటేస్ అనే ఎంజైమ్ యాక్టివిటీ అనేది ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వటం వలన ఈ క్యాల్సిట్రయోల్ అనేది ప్లాస్మా లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ క్యాల్సిట్రయోల్ అనేది రెడ్యూస్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, ఆల్కలైన్ ఫాస్ఫేటేస్ ఈజ్ కన్సర్న్ విత్ ద ప్రాసెస్ ఆఫ్ బోన్ ఫార్మేషన్. ఓకే, there is an overproduction of there is an overproduction of alkaline phosphatase related to more cellular activity of the bone. It is believed to be due to a vain attempt to result in bone formation. Okay, in case of osteomalacia, that is nothing but adult rickets లో వచ్చినప్పటికీ demineralization of bones occurs మిన్ ఓకే డీమినరలైజేషన్ అనే జరుగుతుంది కాబట్టి బోన్స్లో ఈ అడల్ట్స్లో ఆస్టియోమలేషియా అనేది చూస్తాం అనమాట. అంటే బోన్స్ బికమ్ సాఫ్టర్, ఓకే ఇంక్రీజింగ్ ద ససెప్టిబిలిటీ టు ఫ్రాక్చర్స్. ఓకే అడల్ట్స్లో అలా సాఫ్ట్నెస్ అనేది బోన్ సాఫ్ట్నెస్ అనేది అంటే డెన్సిటీ తగ్గి ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఏదైనా చిన్నగా తగిలిన ఈజీగా ఫ్రాక్చర్స్ అనేవి అవుతూ ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. ఓకే this is the overview of vitamin D deficiency. Okay. Next, coming to the point, vitamin E. Let us discuss about vitamin E. Vitamin E is also known as tocopherol. It is a naturally occurring antioxidant. Okay, it is essential for normal reproduction in many animals. Hence, it is known as anti-sterility vitamin. Okay. Vitamin E is described as vitamin in search of a disease. Okay, vitamin E is described as vitamin in search of a disease. This is due to the lack of any specific vitamin E deficiency disease in humans. Evans and his associates in 1936 isolated the compounds of vitamin E activity and named them as tocopherols. Okay, they named them as tocopherols. Okay, see here tocopherols are of three types in chemistry. Let us discuss about the chemical structures of vitamin E. It contains three different structures: alpha tocopherol, beta tocopherol, and gamma tocopherol. Alpha tocopherol is nothing but 5,7,8 trimethyl tocol anamata. 5,7,8 trimethyl tocol antamu. బీటా టోకోఫెరాల్ అంటే 5 and 8 పొజిషన్లో డైమిథైల్ టోకోల్ అనేది ఉంటుందన్నమాట. ఆల్ఫా టోకోఫెరాల్లో 5, 7, 8 పొజిషన్స్లో డైమిథైల్ టోకోల్ అనేది ట్రైమిథైల్ టోకోల్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. బీటా టోకోఫెరాల్కి వచ్చినప్పటికీ 5th పొజిషన్లోను 8th పొజిషన్లో ఈ మిథైల్ గ్రూప్స్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి. సో దీన్ని డైమిథైల్ టోకోల్ అని అంటాం. గామా టోకోఫెరాల్కి వచ్చేసినప్పటికీ 7th and 8th పొజిషన్స్లో ఈ మిథైల్ గ్రూప్స్ ఉంటాయి. దీన్ని 7,8 dimethyl tocol అని అంటాం. ఓకే vitamin E is the name given to a group tocopherols and tocotrienols. About 8 tocopherols vitamin E vitamins have been identified: alpha, beta, gamma, delta, etc. Among these, alpha tocopherol is most active. Okay, among these all tocopherols, alpha tocopherol is most common active. Okay, the tocopherols are derivatives of 6-hydroxychromene. These tocopherols are derivatives of 6-hydroxychromene, that is nothing but tocol ring. Okay, with isoprenoid 3 unit side chains. The antioxidant property is due to the chromene ring. Okay, excuse me. Next, coming to the point, vitamin E is absorbed along with fat in the small intestine. Bile salts are necessary for the absorption. In the liver, it is incorporated into lipoproteins that are nothing. Those are nothing but very low density lipoproteins and low density lipoproteins and are transported. Okay, this vitamin A is mainly stored in adipose tissue, liver, and muscle. Okay, the normal plasma level of tocopherol is less than 1 milligram per TL. Okay, next, coming to the point, dietary sources of vitamin A. Many vegetable oils are rich sources of vitamin A. Okay, examples such as wheat germ oil, cottonseed oil, peanut oil, corn oil, and sunflower oil are even good sources of vitamin E. Of these vitamins, okay, it is also present in meat, milk, butter, and eggs. Okay, vitamin E is also present in meat, milk, butter, and eggs. Okay, next, coming to the point, biochemical functions. Most of the functions of vitamin E are related to its antioxidant proteins. Okay, most of the functions of vitamin E are related to its antioxidant property. That means it prevents the non-enzymatic oxidations of various cell components. Example, unsaturated fatty acids, bimolecular oxygen and free radicals such as superoxide and hydrogen peroxide. Okay, the element selenium helps in these functions. Vitamin E is lipophilic in character. and is found in association with lipoproteins. Okay, fat deposits and cellular membranes. Okay, it is also associated with fat deposits and cellular membranes. It mainly protects the polyunsaturated fatty acids from peroxidation reactions. Okay, vitamin E acts as a scavenger and gets itself oxidized by free radicals and spares, okay, polyunsaturated fatty acids as, okay, see, these are the polyunsaturated fatty acids. Okay, next coming to the point, biochemical functions of vitamin E related either directly or indirectly to its antioxidant property. Okay, here vitamin E is essential for the membrane structure and integrity of the cell. Okay, vitamin E is essential for membrane structure and integrity of the cell, hence it is regarded as membrane antioxidant. Okay, it prevents the peroxidation of polyunsaturated fatty acids in various tissues and membranes. It protects RBC from hemolysis by oxidizing agents, example hydrogen peroxide. Okay, next coming to the point, it is closely associated with reproductive functions and prevents sterility. Okay, this vitamin E is closely associated with reproductive functions and prevents the sterility. Okay, that's why it is called as sterility, anti-sterility vitamin. Okay, vitamin E preserves and maintains germinal epithelium of gonads for proper reproductive function. Okay, it preserves and maintains germinal epithelium of gonads for proper reproductive function. It also increases the synthesis of heme by enhancing the activity of enzymes delta aminolevulinic acid synthase and delta aminolevulinic acid dehydratase. Okay, it increases the synthesis of heme by enhancing the activity of enzymes such as delta aminolevulinic acid synthase and delta aminolevulinic acid dehydratase. Okay, it is required for cellular respiration through electron transport chain, that is it believed to stabilize the coenzyme Q. Okay, vitamin E prevents the oxidation of vitamin A and carotenes. Okay, it prevents the oxidation of vitamin E and carotenes. It is required for proper storage of creatine in skeletal muscle. Vitamin E is needed for the optimal absorption of amino acids from the intestine. It protects liver from being damaged by toxic compounds such as carbon tetrachloride. It has been recommended for the prevention of chronic diseases such as cancer and heart diseases. It has been recommended for the prevention of chronic diseases, okay, such as cancer and heart diseases. Next, coming to the point, deficiency disorders. The symptoms of vitamin E deficiency vary from one animal species to another. In many animals, the deficiency is associated with sterility, degenerative changes in muscle, megaloblastic anemia, and changes in central nervous system. Okay, severe symptoms of vitamin E deficiency are not seen in humans except increased fragility of erythrocytes and minor neurological symptoms. Okay, this is the overview of vitamin E. Thank you.